dedication, and he did this with a lot of commitment. He worked so hard during his time as a member of parliament, especially for the pacification of the Karamoja sub-region. Honorable Aleper contributed immensely to the debates in the House, focusing on improving infrastructure in the Karamoja sub-region and food security for his people, if we are to be specific. He also worked hard to ensure that children from Karamoja were off the streets of Kampala. On the 11th of March 2015, Honorable Simon Peter Aleper had this to say: "As we talk now, a new form of child trafficking is taking place, where parents take their children to a market during auction days, pretending to be buying animals, and the buyers also go to the market pretending to be buying animals, but in the process, you find them exchanging items and money for the children. So what measures is government putting in place to control this?" This shows the extent at which he loved the children and his people, and this problem which was prevalent in Karamoja sub-region. You can get more from the Hansard. The records are there, and you'll find that indeed he was an astute legislator who knew the areas that focus on and the impact they would create on his community in relation to his submissions on the floor. He served his part of the NRM with dedication and supported implementation of all government programs irrespective of where they are located. Even if I raised so much on what Honorable Aleper was doing for Karamoja, he was a nationalist. He has very many aspects of the debate he contributed to and issues he raised on the floor that covered the whole country in its entirety. But as you know, Karamoja being a special sub-region and having its unique issues, he was very vocal in bringing those issues to the floor, especially when some people had the old adage around of saying Uganda will not wait for Karamoja to develop. He said no, issues of Karamoja must be brought so that Uganda develops with the rest of Karamoja. Uganda cannot develop when Karamoja is not developing. That is something Honorable Aleper pushed for so much. On 12th May 2015, the Honorable Aleper, as per the Hansard record, convinced the House to support funding when most members wanted to stop funding. In his words, he had this to say: "In my view, I think it is prudent for this House to approve this money until such a time when somebody will come out to challenge our decision with evidence that this project is a failure. What we are getting now is that the farmers are succeeding and the project is going successfully. I support this project." These were in relation to the challenges that face some projects to do with agriculture, and the House was debating that they shouldn't be supported. But for him, he said, "No, I'm on the government side. I've studied this very well, and I'll continue supporting government positions as a true cadre of the NRM." He was a good mobilizer who worked tirelessly to bring the people of Karamoja together to ensure development of the region. Allow me to extend my sincere condolences on my own behalf and on behalf of the Parliament of Uganda to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Chairman, NRM Party, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Central Executive Committee of the party, especially members whom I see in the gallery, who had become family with him, and I'm very sure they will continue being family with his family. The widow, the children, and the entire family of the late, the people of Karamoja sub-region, and entire Uganda for losing such a gallant son at a very young age of 49. He had reached the prime. In football, we say when you reach around 25 years, that's when you've reached the prime. Here, Aleper had reached a prime age of making very focal contribution to the country's development. May the good Lord grant the family of Hon Aleper fortitude in overcoming grief, and may the ever merciful and loving Lord grant the Hon Aleper eternal peace. Clerk.
Transfer of the casket from the central lobby to the chamber. Members shall rise. The anthems. Members shall resume their seats. Item 4 on the order paper, laying of wreaths. The Right Honorable Speaker. HE, the Vice President. The Right Honorable Prime Minister, Leader of Government Business. The Leader of the Opposition in Parliament. The Government Chief Whip. The Chief Opposition Whip. FDC Whip. UPC Whip. DP Whip. JMA Whip. UPDF, Karamoja Parliamentary Group, Unyoro Parliamentary Group, Teso Parliamentary Group, Uganda Parliamentary Group, Sebei Parliamentary Group, Sebei Parliamentary Group, Acholi Parliamentary Group, Lango Parliamentary Group, Bugisu Parliamentary Group, NRM Parliamentary Executive Committee. NRM Central Executive Committee. NRM Secretariat.
I think clerk read for members of the House. Okay.
Uganda Parliamentary Circle. The independents in Parliament. No. Busoga Parliamentary Group. We don't have them. Ankole Parliamentary Group. West Nile Parliamentary Group. Chigezi Parliamentary Group. Item 5 on the other paper. Motion for a resolution of Parliament to pay tribute to the late Honorable Aleper Simon Peter, former Member of Parliament and member of the Central Executive Committee of the NRM Party.
Thank you. Colleagues, before I call the Prime Minister to move the motion, being a special day, the rules allow the Speaker to bring special guests. So today I created a special seat for the former Deputy Speaker of the Legislature, who happens to be also the National Vice Chairperson of the NRM, Right Honorable Alhaji Moses Chigongo, who is with us here. Thank you. Honorable colleagues, also on the technical bench this afternoon, we have immediate family members of the late Honorable Simon Peter Aleper. They include Mrs. Nadia Scholastica, the wife. Lokoa Trevor Aleper, the son. Aleper Tiakla, the daughter. Aleper Mary Tekra, daughter. Lomuge Trisha Natari Aleper, daughter. Achia Tamara Aleper, daughter. And Nakong Tracy Shiba Aleper, a daughter. They have come to witness as we pay special tribute to their foreign father and husband. Honorable colleagues, also in the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have members of the NRM National Executive Committee, the Honorable Captain Mike Mukura, Vice Chairperson for Eastern Uganda, the Honorable Sinka Tongore, Vice Chairperson, Kampala, the Honorable Kiwanda Godfrey Subi, Vice Chairperson, Central Uganda, Mr. Gaddafi Nasur, National Chairperson, NRM Youth League, the Honorable Lydia Wanyoto, Chairperson, Women's League of the NRM, the Honorable Rose Namaya Jansereko, Deputy Secretary General of the NRM, Ambassador Barbara Nekesa Oundo, National Treasurer of the NRM, Major Awich Pola, Director External Affairs at the NRM Secretariat, Hajat Medina Naham Ojare, Director Administration and Finance with the NRM, Dr. Tanga Odo, Chairman NRM Electoral Commission, and Honorable Emmanuel Dombo Rumara, Director Media and Public Relations at the NRM Secretariat. Some of these colleagues are former members of Parliament, but we have former members of Parliament also in the VIP gallery whom I need to introduce. I have Honorable Nantume Jennifer Egunyo, Honorable Sulaiman Chirunda, Honorable Naomi Stella Nyomera, and I'm seeing the Honorable Rosa Kor for Eyara. I'll be getting more lists as they crack. The Honorable Rose Seninde, Director for Mobilization at the NRM, former Minister and former Member of Parliament for Wakiso, woman Member of Parliament. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was